Get ready for your daily dose of WordPress and web development tips, tricks, and insights to help you find success with WordPress. You're listening to WP the Podcast with your hosts, David Blackman and Tim Streifler.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast, brought to you by WP Gears. My name's David Blackman.
And I'm Tim Streifler.
Today we're going to talk about the best WordPress caching plugins for 2019. I know Tim loves to talk about this first one, so I'm going to let him talk about it.
Yeah, the first one on the list is our favorite because they pack so many features into the free version, and that's Hummingbird. Again, by our good friends WPMU Dev. We talked a lot about some of their plugins the last couple of days, but Hummingbird is awesome. Actually, David's company, Aspen Grove Studios, did an awesome write-up on Hummingbird. We're going to link that here in the show notes. That article goes through a tutorial on how to set it up and all of that. But yeah, Hummingbird is great. It does a lot of the typical things that you would expect from a caching plugin. One thing I do want to point out that no one else is really doing, and that's Gravatar Caching. Now, Gravatar is used within WordPress. It's used a lot over the internet. And basically, Gravatar is the globally recognized avatar. And you set up a Gravatar account, you add a photo, and then add your emails. And anytime any one of your emails is used, and the website's using Gravatar, will then automatically pull that image. And WordPress has Gravatar built in. And so Hummingbird, what they do is they will cache that, because normally every time someone loads a page on your site, it's going to go to Gravatar servers and make sure and get those images, and that can take a long time if you have a blog post that has a lot of comments, and so there's for a lot of images it has to fetch. But Gravatar caching will cache those, so then that way it's not having to go and slow down your site to go get those images every time. And so that's something that I've never seen in any other caching plugin. Plus, Hummingbird has all the typical things that you would want as well.
Yeah, and the rest of these are in no particular order. Hummingbird we put on the top because, as Tim stated, we really like it. Next on our list to check out is WP Fastest Cache. Been around for a long time. All of these plugins do, in essence, very similar things. They make cached versions of your website. So check out WP's Fastest Cache.
The next one on the list is WP Rocket. It is a premium-only caching plugin, and one thing that I do like about it is it's the only caching solution that is allowed on two of the most popular managed WordPress hosting solutions, and that's WP Engine and Flywheel. WP Rocket has gone the extra mile and worked with both of those companies to make sure that their caching doesn't conflict with the caching that WP Engine and Flywheel have set up on their server side, their proprietary caching solution. And so they've worked with them to accomplish that. And so I actually, because I'm hosted on WP Engine on a dedicated server, I have WP Rocket, and because WP Engine, their server-side caching is good, but WP Rocket has a couple things that WP Engine's built-in caching doesn't have, and so I'm able to use that, which is really cool.
Next on our list is WP Super Cache, another caching plugin that's been around for a while and is really good. And they have free versions. These have free versions in the repository.
Yeah, and the last one on the list is one of the oldest caching solutions. It's been around for a really long time. I think I started using it in like 2011, 2012, and that's W3 Total Cache. It's a great plugin. Again, it's been around forever, has over 1 million active installs. So yeah, definitely a good one out there.
Tomorrow we've got another great topic for WP the Podcast. Tim, until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.
We've come to the end of today's episode of WP the Podcast. Join us tomorrow for more daily tips and strategies designed to help you run your WordPress business toward success. Remember to subscribe to WP the Podcast so you can stay up to date with each episode. And don't forget to rate and review us. We'll see you again tomorrow, right here on WP the Podcast.